we're jumping right in again, doing all the housekeeping at the end of the video. We're in the divine forces within humans, the awakening of dormant abilities. So let's go for it. We're on page 179 in the middle, continuing on vitalism and the nervous ether. Life is more than just physical chemistry. Our yellow post-it study notes for today are Paracelsus on cosmic forces and influences on man, Isaac Newton on the all-pervading spirit, Benjamin Richardson and Samuel Metcalfe on the sun force, pranayama and yoga, qigong, dai chi chuan, hope I'm saying that right, and their vital role in health. A new flood of light is certainly thrown on the wisdom of ancient and medieval occultism and its admirers, for we have an important scientific corroboration for a fundamental tenet of occultism, that A, the sun is the storehouse of life force, vital force, and B, that it is from its mysterious depths, the depths of the sun, that these life currents flow through all the organisms of every living thing on earth. That's what occultists refer to as prana, our life fluid, and the eminent physician Richardson referred to as nervous ether, which is Chris's band, his punk band from the 80s, 90s. Sorry, I'm going to repeat that. Be serious now. Serious. Okay. One of the fundamental tenets of occultism is A, that the sun is the storehouse of the life force or vital force, and B, that from its depths, its mysterious depths, that issues these life currents through which the organisms on every living thing on earth experience, as what occultists refer to as prana, our life fluid, and the eminent physician Richardson referred to as the nervous ether or nerve fluid. His article amounts to a quasi-occult treatise on life force. Now, we say quasi, Eddie's saying quasi here because there are inaccuracies, which Blavatsky points out and corrects in the light of occultism. For example, sun force not only flows through space, but fills its every point in our solar system and others that don't concern us right now, Eddie says. However, as Blavatsky again points out, Paracelsus wrote the same thing. The whole of the microcosm is potentially contained in the liquor vitae, a nerve fluid, in which is contained the nature, the quality, character, and essence of beings. The archaeus is also described as the lowest and most dense aspect of the astral plane, which presides over the growth and continuation of all living beings. Or liquor vitae, the waters of life, is an essence that is equally distributed in all parts of the human body. The spiritus vitae, the breath of life, takes its origin from spiritus mundi, the world spirit, or the breath of the world. Being an emanation of Spirit Mundi, it contains all the elements of all cosmic influences and is therefore the cause by which the action of the stars, cosmic forces, upon the invisible body of man may be explained. Moreover, Paracelsus in Paragranum, I hope I'm saying that correctly, his main work on medical philosophy, states that this vital force radiates around man like a luminous sphere, which is surely the same as what Richardson regards as a matter which exists in the condition of a vapor or gas which pervades the whole nervous organism, surrounding as an enveloping atmosphere each molecule of nervous structure. Now, a century later, Newton went on to make an exhaustive study of ancient and medieval alchemy in England and Europe, and he wrote at the close of the General Scholium of Principia, he says, "And now we might add something concerning a certain most subtle spirit, which pervades and lies hidden in all gross bodies, by the force and action of which spirit all sensation is excited, and the members of animal bodies move at the command of the will, namely by the vibrations of this spirit, mutually propagated along the solid filaments of the nerves from the outward organs of sense to the brain, and from the brain into the muscles. But these are things that cannot be explained in a few words." Now, Eddie writes, "Indeed, yes, it is so. Complex matters of such deep importance are things that cannot be explained in just a few words. And what was revealed by occultists like Blavatsky was about the limit of what could lawfully be made public. I do question if we should even do it today regarding these arcane secrets of life and nature. These, of course, have also been touched upon by enlightened scientists, to their great credit, Eddie says, that are not afraid to pierce through physical chemistry ring-fenced by a materialistic paradigm and mechanistic ideology in order to look beyond it for their quest for truth. From all the above, is it not disappointing for the occultists to hear Nobel laureates in science talking glibly of physical chemical energy, or that is to say life as chemistry, and denouncing the parent vital energy as exploded superstition? It's very frustrating. A brief word now on the sun force and the origin of prana, from Benjamin Richardson again. At this moment, when the theory of mere motion as the origin of all varieties of force is again becoming the prevailing thought, it were almost heresy to reopen a debate for which a period appears by general consent to be virtually closed. But I accept the risk, he says, and shall state, therefore, what were the precise views of the immortal heretic, whose name, Samuel Metcalfe, I have whispered to the readers respecting sun force. Starting with the argument on which nearly all physicists are agreed, that there exists in nature two agencies: matter, which is ponderable, visible, tangible, and a something which is imponderable, invisible, and appreciable only by its influence on matter. Metcalfe maintains that the imponderable and active agency, which he calls caloric, is not a mere form of motion. It's not a vibration among the particles of ponderable matter, but itself is a separate material substance flowing from the sun through space, filling the voids between the particles of solid bodies, and conveying by sensation the property called heat. The nature of caloric, or sun force, is taken on in detail by the American chemist and physician Samuel Metcalfe in a remarkable work in 2 volumes, Caloric, its mechanical, chemical, and vital agencies in the phenomena of nature. It is undeniably the immortal heretic who finds the courage of his convictions to break apart the prevailing scientific standard, to reveal new vistas of understanding. This applies in any age, Eddie says. True to type, such heretics like the modern Rupert Sheldrake are subject to ridicule by their peers, and their ideas and books are burnt at the stake of reason and intellect. It's true, it happens today. And another such heretic is Eddie Bilimoria himself, who does not accept the mandate of mainstream physics that the Michelson-Morley experiment, which, if you don't know what that is, was supposed to prove that there is absolutely positively no ether. He does not believe that that has sounded the final death knell over any question about the existence of ether. Appendix A to Volume 2 in Unfolding Consciousness included an extract from Einstein's lecture at Leiden University, where he concluded that according to the general theory of relativity, space without ether is unthinkable. But this ether may not be thought of as endowed with the quality characteristic of ponderable media, Eddie says, which is clearly why Newton referred to ether as a certain, most subtle spirit, which pervades and lies hidden in all gross bodies. Finally, on this topic, the importance of prana or chi is recognized worldwide in connection with health and equanimity. Now, pranayama, you've probably heard of that, is one of the ancient Indian yogic disciplines for achieving that purpose. The word is derived from the Sanskrit prana and ayama, meaning control and regulation of the breath. Prana, variously translated in yoga systems, is life force, vital air, vital energy, life energy. Its health-giving benefits include clearing physical and emotional obstacles in the body, concentration and mental clarity by freeing the breath, and so promoting the unrestricted flow of prana. The Indian sage Patanjali was the founder of the science and philosophy of yoga. The word yoga means union. It means union with the divine. That's where we get yoga from, your higher self. And this classic text on the Yoga Sutras, the aphorisms, mentions pranayama as a means to realize and attain samadhi, Samadhi, the state of consciousness of ecstatic and complete trance, the highest state of yoga. Such attainment of higher states of consciousness applies, of course, to other yogic techniques when practiced with the correct attitude of reverence and under the expert guidance of a qualified teacher. Now, Eddie makes sure to state here, trance in this context means a proactive spiritual trance in which there is absolute control over all faculties, physical, psychological, and mental, having nothing to do whatsoever with the passive trance states induced by drugs or mediumship or abnormal breathing, etc. Similar to pranayama in its aims, but using quite different techniques, is the ancient Chinese practice of qigong, variously translated as qigong, qigong, or qigong, spelled Qi. Qi is life energy, with the emphasis on its circulation through the body. Through a more general definition is prana. Qi is universal life force, so is prana. All Qigong practices are intended to cultivate and balance Qi through coordinated body posture and movement, moving meditation, regulated slow-flowing movement, deep rhythmic breathing, and a calm state of mind. It is practiced variously for exercise and for relaxation, preventative medicine and self-healing, alternative medicine, meditation, and self-cultivation. According to Taoist, Buddhist, and Confucian philosophy, Qigong allows access to higher realms of consciousness and awareness, and it awakens the true nature of a person and helps develop human potential. Tai Chi Chuan is a widely practiced Chinese internal martial arts style. It's an exercise based on the theory of Tai Chi, which means grand ultimate, closely associated with Qigong, and typically involving a more complex choreographed movement coordinated with the breath, done slowly for health and training or quickly for self-defense. In modern practice, Qigong typically focuses more on health and meditation rather than martial applications. It also plays an important role in training for Tai Chi Chuan and is invariably used to build strength, develop breath control, and increase vitality or life energy. This has been book study number 51 of Unfolding Consciousness, Exploring the Living Universe, and right here, the intelligent powers in nature and humans. Those are the latent faculties in humans that the Theosophical Society or Theosophy mentions to investigate the hidden forces of nature, abilities, powers, psychic abilities. This is what Eddie is covering here. You don't have to join a lodge or pay any membership or dues or fees. These teachings will always be free. I've done 51 so far on Eddie's work, which is a 1,000-page magnum opus on the mystery teachings, the perennial philosophy, Theosophy. And he gives all of the references and quotes and everything is in here. He's compiled this. He didn't come up with it. He's compiled this ancient wisdom into these 4 volumes. Now, if you want to get the ebook, it's $24.99 in most local currencies. And I've included the link down below. And if you want this hardback set for your local library, you get 25% off because you're you. Just type in "I want my copy!" when you order off of the Shepherd Walwyn website. So I love you very much. And I'll probably do one more of these in a weekly fashion. So there's 52 on here. And then we'll be doing maybe one a month, possibly. It depends on if you want more. Last week, I did a lot of images in here, and it took a long time. I don't know if you want those. Do you want images in these videos or not? It doesn't matter. I'm here to serve. And so if you are getting anything out of these videos, please like, share, and subscribe, and know that I love and appreciate you. I'll see you next week.